Jimmy, from day one in this sport, you've had a lot of help from a lot of different people. And I found a list of some of the people that helped you out along the way in this issue of Grand National Scene. Shelley Black was an electrical engineer who helped you out financially. Jim Williams bought you a van to ferry your crew to races. Bill Gray, you mentioned him. He evidently quit his job, drew unemployment benefits while he was working for you. J.D. Smith, J.P. Roberts, Joe Woods, they worked in the into the wee hours of the morning. Out on the road, you had people like Billy Joe Potts in Daytona who sheltered and fed your crew. And then Taylor Brown in North Wilkesboro. And I actually know Taylor. He helped my wife out in some election stuff. But what do you remember about those folks in particular who helped you out along the way?
Well, first off, we would never made it without those kind of people to help us, and that's the way we make it today. We still have individuals at different parts of the country that will, that off their license, they will come to help us. So, in those days, all the independents, they probably had one guy that went with them. I had one guy that went with them. J.D. McDuffie had one guy. Henley Gray had one guy. Buddy Arrington had one guy, which was his son. So that's how we made it. We pulled all the resources, and that's just how we got by. That's how we did it. Without those guys, you can't. And then in those days too, everybody paid their own way. They bought their own license, their own. We did, fortunate enough to put them in a room, but it might have been 8 or 10 in that room at times. But that's how we made it.
Yeah.
And I owe everything to those guys. If it wasn't for those people that put their time and effort and even their finances to help me, we wouldn't ever made it.
The shop you had in Huntsville, it didn't have heating or air conditioning. Is that true?
But early on, my shop didn't.
Yeah.
We had a smudge spot in it. You know what a smudge spot is?
Yes, I do.
And we'd have to wait. When we got ready to quit, we'd have to shut the smudge spot off and have to wait till it blow up before we leave to make sure it didn't blow the carriage thing. But it just go woof, and then it was done. So, but yeah, that's all we had. It was 110 degrees in the summertime in there. No insulation and a shingle roof. It was hot.
I bet.
Jimmy, what was your goal at that point? Were you looking to get picked up by one of the bigger teams to drive for them? Or were you really and truly trying to make it on your own and do your own thing and be your own boss?
Well, I never looked that far ahead. Basically, when I got into this on the Cup side of it, I was impressed with Cecil Gordon. He ran real well and had good equipment, and he kept it up nice. I said, if I can be as successful as Cecil Gordon, I will be pleased with my career. And, and if we got better, then naturally those other things would come for us, maybe getting to drive for somebody else.